Hello, everybody. One of these days, I'm going to get my chair situated before I click over to the live view. My studio's a wreck right now. There we go. That's better. Hope you're all doing well out there. Looks like we got some of the usuals in here. Crazy Wabbit. Yes, Lady Freebeat and I are doing better. We both got COVID. Second time having it. First time wasn't that bad. This time, like, 2 of the days were terrible and the rest was fine. But those 2 days, it was like we were okay and then awful and then fine for a couple days and then awful again and then fine for a couple days. But she went back to work today. And yeah, here I am going back to work too, properly. So my voice is still a little messed up. Gonna try. I've kind of learned to cope with it, so hopefully it's not too annoying on stream here. As you can see, we've got the Microfreak here. And you can also see we've got the 1010 Nanobox Fireball right off to the side here. All I'm going to be using the Fireball for is effects, just reverb, chorus, and delay, because the Microfreak has this many effects. It has none. And I think it sounds a lot better. Like right now I'm just on an initialized preset. It says bass, but you can ignore that. And it's completely dry right now. Just a really nice reverb on the Nanobox. And if we bring in the chorus, yeah, very nice. Yes, definitely on course to a full recovery. But yeah, just effects from the Nanobox. We might not even get into the delay, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've used the Microfreak. To be honest, I've been really kind of hung up on either the live rig, which the Fireball's a part of, or portable gear. Different kind of Fireball, make mistakes. We're not trying to have drunk Santa already. It's only January. You got 11 more months. Sadiq, yes, the Nanobox can do that. I'm just running the audio out of the Microfreak right here. You can kind of see here. I'll give you a little sneak. Yeah, this is going zoop right in here. Line in, then line out of the Nanobox right into the Live Track L12 off camera. So yeah, that's one great little benefit of the Nanobox. All of them can do it, which is actually really cool with the Razzmatazz, because it's got that cabinet distortion in it, and you can get some really cool stuff running external sounds through that. But that's going to be a separate video out in the wilderness. Yeah, I guess Santa's on vacation. That's a good point. I kind of want to just get started with an arpeggio. Just do a little bit of messing around here. Maybe something with a wavetable. Send an LFO to the timbre knob, which is the position in the wavetable. Setting the depth right now of the LFO. We'll desync it now. Adjust our rate. Just nice and subtle. We can change the shape of our LFO if we want. Triangle wave will be pretty good there. Add some notes to our ARP. Bring that tempo down. Let's do random playback. Okay, the Microfreak does have its own chorus for the wavetable engine, so let's make sure it's off here. And I'm going to turn off the ARP for a second. See what it sounds like. It's all right. And if I believe I'm going to get called out for doing this on stream, I believe the Microfreak is mono. I don't think it can produce a stereo signal. So that is kind of a bummer when it comes to chorus, definitely. Now let's amp up the chorus. Whoops. On the Fireball. Already much better, as you can tell. Back to that ARP. And kind of a cool sound. Just going for like extreme basics right now. Yeah, plugging in a wavetable synth wavetable synth into the Nanobox, which is of course a wavetable synth, an incredibly capable one. I think the Fireball is very underrated, very underutilized as a synth, just in general. But yeah, I kind of like the sound of the Microfreak through it, though. Forgot hold was on. Yeah. Excuse me. A little bit of that COVID still. God. COVID's still in there. All right. I'm good. Let's switch to a different engine. Or a different algorithm here. Oscillator type. That's the word I was looking for. Excuse me. There we go. All right. I did not bring my water bottle in here. That was stupid of me. Hey, Derek, how's it going? Make mistakes. I would have figured you would have gotten at least one of these by now. Especially, were you playing with Garen's when we were all at Terry's house? I feel like I saw you playing with it. They're pretty cool. Garen had, the lemon drop, I think? All right. I promise I'm good. Okay, clearly we're in the Carplus Strong oscillator type right now. One of my absolute favorites. The pluck engine on the Dirty Wave M8 is, that's my favorite sound to use. So Coming back to the Car Plus Strong engine here is super fun. Let's get some more modulation going, though. Let's go. Send the cycling envelope to the filter cutoff, and then we'll have some fun with that. We'll go negative so we can keep it pretty full there. Hang on. What did I mess up? Sometimes I'm still so bad at this thing. Oh, duh, you can't hold it down because it's the Car Plus Strong engine. That was a bad idea. See, I'm an idiot when it comes to this kind of stuff. Still learning. Has anyone used the Knobcon or used the Woof box to sample their synths? I have not yet. I've only loaded in like percussion. I do not know if the Nanoboxes can all use the firmware of each other. As far as I know, they're all the same hardware. Knowing 1010, I don't think they do that. Not officially, anyway. Here we go. Virtual analog, probably my favorite oscillator. God, on the Microfreak. We're going to assign the decay/release to the LFO just for fun. And let's start the ARP now. Yeah, that's cool. Spice and dice down there. That detune in there. There it is, dry. I really dig that. Yeah, super cool. One thing that I've been trying to remind myself whenever I do use the Microfreak is that a lot of times I'm afraid to save things that I come up with if they're like super simple. Like this is what the LFO is sent to the timbre knob and decay/release, and then the cycling envelope is set to the filter cutoff. Very simple, however, totally worth saving. I'm gonna call it. We'll call it keys. Yeah, maybe. And we'll call it key, spelled like Nintendo Wii. There we go. Don't be afraid to save your presets. Yeah, the detune got a little crazy, for sure. Let's see what else is on here, just in terms of Arturia's presets. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that last preset definitely did have some synthwave energy. I don't know. I'm finding the more and more music I listen to, the more and more I enjoy synthwave and chiptune, and whenever those are combined, that's like my thing. Absolutely. In terms of listening, at least. So right now, I believe my 3 most listened to artists are Llama, who, if you don't listen to Llama's M8 music, just do it. It's so good. The Midnight, just really great classic sounding synthwave. And then Galactic Tapes. Yeah. Those are my 3 most listened to artists right now on YouTube Music. Effects really do bring the Microfreak to life. Absolutely. Yeah. That's cool. Let's switch effect 1 to flanger plus distortion. That's super cool. What if we add key press to the filter? Maybe not. Yeah, that's sick. Let's see. It does have a phaser. I never really use it. Yeah, that's fun. Definitely get a cool ARP going here. Little delay from the Nanobox. Delay with chorus. And there's a bunch of effects here so we can get the ping pong going. Or a bunch of parameters, sorry, for the Fireball. The effects. Bring that tempo down. Super cool. This combo are two synths that you've almost bought the most often without pulling the trigger. I've had the Microfreak for coming up on 5 years, 4 years, 5 years. I love it. I will never get rid of it. Also, right now I'm powering the Microfreak with a power bank, and I could be doing the same with the Nanobox. I love this sound. Yeah, don't forget, this can play samples now and use samples as oscillators, which is what this is. Let's modulate shape with LFO. Just kidding, let's use the cycling envelope. You can also curve these. I don't know if you can see that on the screen there. Super cool. Nice detuned. Got your KO2. And the fader works. Hey, damn, you got lucky. And yes, make mistakes. The Nanoboxes are all 3.5 MIDI capable. Or no, sorry, they are not USB MIDI, just 3.5. This has been Freebeat Does Ambient. Kind of, right? Not really. That's super cool, though. We're going to save that. Whoop. There we go. And I'm going to mute my mic so I can cough. There we go. A friend of yours got their EP 133 replaced, and it looks like they modified the fader. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, the one thing that's cool about the Microfreak, you got digital oscillators, excuse me, and there's a ton of them, and then you have the analog filter. One of my favorite things to do, it's just absolute chaos. We'll go to a new preset, just a blank one here. There we go. Turn off hold, turn off the delay, which I'm going to turn that back into reverb. Turn off the chorus. I just love modulating the type knob. It's insanity, but it's so fun. So let's... Whoops. We'll set type to assign 1. The 3 custom slots on the patch bay are so cool. We're going to assign it to key press. That might not be a good idea. Basically, it's excuse me, it's changing through the oscillator types the more my finger is on the key. So that can be really fun. We'll try it with an ARP and see what happens. Yeah, what the hell, why not? Here we go. Maybe that's something that's better suited to like the LFO. I really like that for like live performance. You can probably do some pretty cool stuff there. I set that to assign 1. And we'll just set it to max. And we'll keep the type at the beginning. And now we will go sample and hold. Random. Interesting. Interesting effect there. We're going to sync it. There we go. Randomize it. Oh, that's so cool. Hey, Terry's here. Now, of course, right now it's set so that every note that triggers is a different oscillator type. So all of these controls will drastically change. Might not be the most usable thing, but it's really interesting to me. This is something where you just let it run and then, you know, you find a loop that you like and sample it, and there's like the start of a song. Oh, the speech one came out there. Did you hear that? This is super cool. This kind of reminds me of the power of trackers, where you can have a different sample or, you know, instrument on every single step. You get a lot of stuff that can kind of sound like this. I could just rock out to this all day. We are using one modulation. That's it. Go to unison mode. See how that sounds? I'm not a huge fan of unison mode on the Microfreak, actually. Oh, that was sick. Unison on the vocal keys is dope. Ugh. Yeah. Super fun. Actually, hang on. I have always forgotten that you can detune the Microfreak's unison mode. Is that in the menu? Unison spread. Hang on. I'm gonna kill that modulation there. I did not realize this was in here. Am I an idiot? Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, THX logo vibe. There we go. No, Terry, the Fireball is not doing anything except effects today. All the sounds are the Microfreak. And you can modulate the detune. That is super good to know. Yeah, you can tell I'm not used to the keyboard. I'm like fat wristing it. That sounds so good. I really like that. Why did that turn into Somewhere Over the Rainbow? Shout out to Judy Garland. Yeah, I feel like I'm playing like Octopath Traveler. Which obviously that was like a full orchestra, but just, I don't know, I just got like those... some of those boss themes are freaking wild. Hold one of the assign buttons and hit paraphonic. Okay, we'll do 3. Did it work? Yeah. Unison spread is set to... Okay. Well, you know we have to go cycling envelope then. And we have to... And we have to go into utility. Here we go. That's so sick. Hold on. That's cool as shit, man. I didn't know it could do that. Yeah, I'm fat fingering it, fat wristing it. Take care, City Cat. Have a good night. This is like a whole new... I did not know this was here. I just love it at 12, though. I'll be right back. I went and grabbed the key step. I want to try and play something on the Microfreak or on the Fireball over this. Oh, I need a MIDI adapter, don't I? Yeah. Give me a second. I think this is one of the 1010 ones. Does this ever happen to any of you? You hear something and you're like, yes, that's what I want. I just hear this sound and it just gets me going. Channel 4. Holy crap. Okay. I don't want to mess anything up with my presets. Oh, it did program change. No? Hang on, what the hell happened? Maybe the effects... sorry, I got all confused. The effects are different. There we go. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. The Fireball is going to be way too loud. Okay, not as cool as I thought it would be. Definitely wants drums. Well, that was a waste. I'm gonna stop that before we all go effing crazy. Well, now we've got the Fireball loaded up. So that's another thing I'll say. The Microfreak is very quiet. Like very, very quiet. Yeah, like I'm clipping. I have to turn the volume way down. Yeah. Microfreak is very quiet. Yeah, well, we can be done with the key step. Oh, shoot, I unplugged the audio, didn't I? Yep. There we go. But yeah, that's one thing people do complain about. The level of the Microfreak is just way too quiet. For some reason, I was thinking of a preset that I have since, there we go, written over on the Fireball that was sounded really good from the live set. It was that lead one, but it is gone. Oh well, that was a fun, frantic waste of time. You can always play it like this. Nope. Yeah, man, this unison spread thing kind of blew my mind, though. Very cool. What would this sound like paraphonic? That's very interesting. I love stuff like that. Trying to think what I want to play. I'm always looking for weird sounds that are borderline unusable. And then just kind of throwing them into music. I don't know. Super fun. Volca keys with the Microfreak. That is a pretty good combo. The only problem is that I would have to run another lead. The Volca keys nor the Volca or the Microfreak have like normal line ins. I mean, technically, the Microfreak does with the combo jack. Oh, you sold your Microfreak a few weeks ago? Well, it's okay. I'm playing it poorly enough that it might convince everyone to sell their Microfreaks. I mean, if you were you not getting along with it or anything like that? Because if you did, that's, you know, everyone's different. I've thought about selling it before, like a couple of years ago, before I really started to sit down. And then I realized, like, it is the synth that keeps on giving. I just realized that you can detune the unison mode. That sounds super nice. I love really rhythmic things like this. Yeah, that's a super cool preset. That's another thing. There's so many presets you get because you can swap them out with the MIDI control center too. Enough out there. You will find a replacement eventually. Yeah. Oh, the Mini-Freak. Yeah, if I didn't have the micro already, I probably would have gone for the Mini-Freak as well. I was lucky enough, Arturia sent me the Mini-Freak VST, which is a lot of fun. I can definitely see how it would be very different. Or not, maybe not very different, but a different hardware experience than the Microfreak. There's just so much more, and it seems in watching a couple tutorials that some things are done differently on the Mini-Freak than they are in the Microfreak, which is interesting. I also don't need any more synths. I still, like... I got this Fireball for my live set, and I've designed, I think... One, two, three, four, five. You like my naming? 6 and 7. I've designed 7 presets for it. And outside of the live set, I haven't really touched it at all. Yeah, the wavetable update on the Microfreak. Oh, because the Mini-Freak doesn't have the wavetable or the sample engines yet, does it? That's interesting. Interesting. Bill, you say your Microfreak is substantially loud enough. I'm just using the headphone jack right now. But even out of the 1/4 inch, I do have issues. Obviously, I mean, I make it work. It's not a huge deal. So this one's called Pressurize. Where we have the fall time assigned to the amount of finger on the keyboard. That's pretty cool. Spend all your time designing sounds on the Microfreak, not making music with it. I found that's a huge distinction, and I know I've said that before, but I mean, my channel turns 5 this year, which means I've been into electronic music for about 5 years now, because I started the channel like 2 days after getting my PO33, something like that. I still don't know where I stand between, designing sounds and actually making music. As a, the drummer in me and the traditional musician, I love sitting down and writing parts. I have my bass guitar like right here, like I'm holding it right now in my left hand, and I play it all the time just to write parts. I'm constantly trying to come up with stuff on the keys. But then the more and more I use electronic music here, like designing sounds or even just listening to presets and trying to figure out why, like that's a whole nother way to appreciate it. It's a lot harder to share than making music, I think, if that makes sense. The Mini Freak is definitely louder. That's definitely true. There are days when it's more fun to just have fun with sounds. I think that comes from the drummer side of me, because my sounds are already made. My instrument is right there. I sit down at it, and the way that I use it is by creating music. I'm hoping to get away from that, but still in a way that I can share. My sound design journey has been very interesting up to this point. I started off hating it. I got the OPZ. It was like perfect for me because I just had enough to tweak, like filter stuff, basic envelope, and very, very simple LFO modulations. That I used that pretty much exclusively for like the first year. So yeah, that's one thing I'm hoping to get better at. I'm not sure if any of you have seen last Friday's video, but I do plan on doing a lot more out on the go. I'm working on a video for this Friday. I don't know if it'll be done. It might be something else. But the first excursion is an interesting one. My cat is going nuts at the door. 1 second. I was just trying to scare her off. I didn't know you were getting up. Sorry. I was just trying to scare her off. That sounded way louder than it was. I have my cables dangling on the back of the door. New to music production, try not to get into gas too much. So one thing I will say, yes, don't get into gas. I mean, it's impossible, but fight it as long as you can, and then fight it while it's happening. New video is awesome. Thank you. What's the best way to incorporate the bass? Not necessarily incorporating the bass into the music, but just like as just a vessel to write parts, like write melodies on. It's just one of the ways I'm more comfortable doing it. Rather than fiddling around for hours in a DAW, I'd rather just pick up the bass and like come up with a line and then try to translate that to another instrument if I want to. Yes, curb gas by making informed purchases, but also, um, I got I got a lot of comments when I started accumulating a lot of gear, um, for the channel about like, wow, you've got so much gear, da 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 da. Wow, you really gave into gas. I feel bad. How hard you gave into gas. One thing to consider when you're watching people in the synth YouTube space, they are and myself included. So I'll say we in this instance, we're buying gear for our channel a lot of the time. So we're getting gear from companies, acquiring. We are acquiring gear any way, shape, or form. A lot of times for our channel, not for us, the musician. There needs to be a very distinct line, I think. Sometimes I'll buy something with just the intention to make videos on it. And it's not something where, like, I don't think anyone's trying to be inherently dishonest. But a lot of times gear is purchased for the channel. And vice versa. I bought this without really any intention of showcasing it on the channel at all. I bought this for my live rig. And then it just turned out that I loved the sound so much that I wanted to talk about it, and I happened to be lucky enough to have a platform to do so with a small audience. But yeah, when you're watching these people on YouTube, like, and they do reviews and stuff like that, keep in mind they might just be getting it to make a video on. It's interesting. It's something that I did not think about until I was several years into the channel. But like off camera, it's the Tracker Mini, and then the Woofbox, and the Dirty Wave M8 for me right now, and that's it. Yeah. I'm not saying it's bad to do if you're a content creator. I mean, I would not have been able to grow my channel if I didn't constantly have this new gear coming in to go over. I'm still working on a video with Polyend for the Play Plus, but which that actually slotted into my live rig very nicely. But it's just something to think about when you're watching videos on YouTube. When someone's like gushing over something, keep in mind I like to look for repeat pieces of gear. So like, let's take Jeremy from Red Means Recording. It seems he will always come back to the Deluge. From that we can, come to the conclusion that Jeremy from Red Means Recording really loves the Deluge. Everyone out there, creator or not, has gear that they come back to. And I think a good judge of what something can do and whether it's right for you is by watching someone who loves that gear work with it. There's value to be had from watching people that don't like gear too. But yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I don't know if any of this is coherent. Might be COVID brain talking. Packed about $1,500 worth of gear into the closet because it does not spark joy. There you go. I mean, that's kind of, step one. I like to think, I don't like combining gear that much. I really like all-in-one setups. So in my head, I like to think, what would happen if I only had this piece of gear? Would I still like using it? And the Microfreak, yes, with a big asterisk, because I think it does need effects. It really does need effects. The Nanobox on its own needs a controller, right? And it just kind of makes you aware of all these different factors that can contribute to whether you actually want something or not. I don't know. I'm probably a bad person to talk about this because I have so much. But here's a good example. The sample track. Would I be able to get by with just the sample track, assuming that I also had a way to, get samples onto it? Hell yeah. I love the sample track. My end goal is to make music too. So there's a whole bunch of shit that goes into gas, like coming up with what you want, your end goal, where do you ultimately want this to go? And the answer to that question can be nowhere. If you just want to fiddle around with stuff, that's completely valid too. You think this year you'll try modular? I don't know about that. I have been tempted to get into modular before. Hey, Cheap Noise is here. Oh, thank you so much. Did you miss anything? We are just about wrapping up. We've been just kind of playing with the Microfreak and running it into some effects on the Fireball. Some cool stuff. Texture Lab and MPC 1000 play well together. There you go. Yeah, if you don't want gas, stay out of Terry's studio. My God. I walked in there that first night after 12 hours on the road. I walked into his studio and was instantly ready to spend so much money. And then the next day I went to a convention where they were selling all that gear. And you know what? I did really well. I only spent $80 or $90 on that trip. I bought one thing. Three electrons, a mini freak, and a chaos pad. Yeah, there's something to be said for having a permanent setup where everything's plugged in that, you know, if I wasn't filming, I would probably do something like this right here, and then probably like the model cycles for my main drum sequencer, and then or maybe even the sample track, actually, because I do love sample track sequencer. Do I run the Microfreak through a preamp or any gain before running it into the Nanobox? Nope. It's this right here. There you go. Look at that. Zoop. Out. In. Lemon Drop been having issues with low volume for live input when you run your Microfreak in. The Microfreak is very quiet. So here you go. Here's the Microfreak. And then here's the Nanobox. So, yeah, the Microfreak is just a very quiet synth. Shades, you're sticking to a no gear this year mentality. That's a very interesting one. I want to do that, but at the same time, like, I need the channel to grow. But it might be no personal gear this year. I've got so much. Matt, that is a lot of oscillators. I'm just looking over. Yeah, I have not bought any gear this year. I have not bought any gear. Lady Freebeat and I are hopefully buying a house this year, so my spending has to be like zero. So I'm going to buy a case for my Pixel tablet, and that's it, which I got for free through a crazy deal. So, yeah, a studio. Okay, if we buy a house this year, I am 100% buying microphones for my acoustic drum kit. There's no way I'm not doing that. OP1 and SP404 on a guitar pedal board. Ooh, that's sick. That's very cool. Yeah, I bought gear, but not of a musical variety. Two things coming from Kickstarter, but you bought them last year. I have to go buy a microwave tomorrow because our microwave that we got at Target for $50 back in like 2017 or 2018 just broke. So I'm going to go get a big kid grown-up microwave, I think, with a convection oven as well on it. An air fryer, as the kids say. Want more gear, so as you're new to this, you want to be selective so things work together. Yep, that's the key. All right, everybody. Well, I do think that is going to wrap the stream here. Appreciate y'all hanging out. I had fun with the Microfreak. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to revisit some of those presets and probably record some of those samples or loops as samples, some of those arpeggios as samples. Man, can't think straight. And who knows? Maybe throw those into the Tracker Mini and the M8 and see what we can do there. Yeah, now I got to go make dinner. Gonna go make, I'm not really sure. Probably some kind of stir fry. That sounds good. All right, everybody. Thank you again. We'll see you Friday for the main video. Hopefully it's, well, it's going to be fun no matter what. They're both good ones, but I really hope the first wilderness video can get out. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I will put those in that sample section, Terry. Awesome. Yeah. See you later, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.